look good in it.
You looked like a streetwalker.
But a thin streetwalker. Yeah, I'm gonna be too young to wear it till I'm too old to wear it.
That's the idea.
Isn't that the old double-edged sword, right? The mom commenting, you look like a streetwalker. Bit rude. Buffy's comment of like, thin enough though. Body, like my brain went body issues. Like, are we gonna be dealing with that? I mean, maybe this episode, maybe not body issues, but you know, talking about the body and it's perhaps its portrayal, right? And then that very telling thing of, yeah, you're too young to wear it, and then there's maybe what, like a golden period where apparently you can get away with it, you know, socially, and then you're too old to wear it. That line is interesting because I think you have that. I mean, you know, as an actor, for example, as a guy, as a white guy, like my career would and could or looks better for longer just because of my gender. Typically, what is the case is that women have a golden period where they fit the beautiful damsel. Even nowadays, when things are a little bit more progressive and there are more roles, you know, or roles that for women that are deeper and they're the lead or they get to be an action lead. They're not just the, like I say, the damsel or the love interest. Even in that world, it still usually is, okay, it's this age range of women. And then they hit around 30, 35, and then 40. Kirsten Dunst recently did an interview, actually, so it's kind of topical, where she said, oh yeah, I hit 40 and all of the roles coming in for me were sad mom, right? And I think she took a break because of that kind of thing. And it's true, unfortunately, it shouldn't be the case, but roles aren't being written for women between 40 and 55, 60. And then once they get older and they hit that 60 range is when they start to get hired again, because it's, you know, the old wizened grandma or something like that. And men don't have that issue. They tend to just get hired for, you know, awkward because, and that's a problem in the writing, right? And that's why people talk about women being writers and the director's chair going to a woman. And people, you know, you get that crowd of people who complain about that, or is like, oh, it's woke and, you know, all this stuff, like it's a bad thing. And it's like, yeah, but the reason that we have this issue that I've just talked about, at least part of the reason, is that it's a male dominated industry. And because of that, you get this dark age of women not getting hired when they're these ages, because it's very male gazy, right? It's like, when do women have value? Well, one, when they're young, beautiful, and the romantic interest for me, or two, when they're old and wizened and have knowledge to impart to me. Otherwise, they're useless. And like, look, I'm not saying that the men that write roles just for men or whatever it might be, I'm not saying they are like purposefully attacking women consciously. You know, I'm not saying they sat down and were like, women, not in that way at least, but I'm not saying they sat down and did that, but because it's men dominating that industry, writing roles, writing films, writing TV, that then becomes the landscape. And it is why there are so little roles for women apart from those two kind of golden era of ages, when for men they're very much in the prime of their acting career from 20 to 60, 70, 80. Now there are exceptions obviously to this rule, but that is generally how it is. And so when we talk about, you know, having women be our writers, directors, you know, breaking down this gender stereotype, discrimination, misogynistic thinking that means that they don't get those kinds of roles in the industry. It's so important that they do have that, because then it actually does reflect well on women. And sorry, I just went on a whole tangent for possibly no reason. I'm so sorry. I don't even know if we're going to focus on that, but I wanted to talk about it, so I talked about it. Okay, that's what it's where my brain went. So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes if we're going to deal with that. But it's interesting, and the point that we should hold on to is it's not fair. It's not fair. I've just done an episode of Better Call Saul where I've talked about gender roles for men, because Jimmy in that show, at least at the point that I've just recorded, is being influenced in a negative way based on the perception of men and how men should act, and how a lot of stereotypically societally, a lot of the worth, if you're raised as a man, if you're a man in society, a lot of your worth is tied to the profession you have and the hierarchy of that and the money that you make. Whereas for women, it's how you look and it's how you dress, which are both unhealthy. And that's what we're touching on a little bit here. And it's going to be maybe interesting to see how they deal with that. What? Hang on though, are they just twins? Oh wait, no, that was a mirror. I thought there was two of them. Uh-oh.
Do you mind?
Oh, she's into it.
We were talking here.
Oh no, she just hasn't seen. Maybe you should turn around. Maybe don't, actually.
You promised you'd never cheat on me again, honey.
Beautiful.
I ain't done yet.
Okay.
All right, sugar lips.
Oh, you don't know who she is at all, do you, mate?
Giddy up.
Yes, right in the cock.
You must be that slayer I've been hearing so much about.
Okay, new guy.
Loud Gorge. Pleased to meet you.
Okay, is he gonna take over for Spike for a little bit? Spike and Drew? Mate, you need to... Oh, good catch, sir. Well done. Oh, okay.
Oh, sure. They say they'll call.
Ha, 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 ha. Okay. No, Buffy, mate, you gotta pull out the kicks. That's how you get them.
Where's my dress?
Oh, God.
You were distracted by a boy.
Technically.
Technically.
A little responsibility is all I ask.
Oh, that's rough, innit, to hear.
Don't you ever think about anything besides boys and clothes?
Saving the world from vampires?
I swear sometimes I don't know what goes on in your head.
That is rough to hear. All of that is so rough to hear from your mum, considering what Buffy does, right? Perfect. Are we going? Okay, we're learning.
I'm worried we're gonna miss class.
I don't think he is, mate.
You know what? This would work a lot better for me if you didn't talk.
Whoa.
Better for me with the lights off.
Fair, valid, considering what he said, yeah.
Are you saying that you can't look at me when we...
No, it's not that I can. It's just more, I don't want to.
That's great. Big self-esteem booster.
Tell me about it. Just look at you.
Okay, this is good. This is good. This is learning. Okay, word, sorry. I hit my word count in the first 3 minutes. Fair enough. This is good. This is a good... Okay, fine. Take 3. It's going to be a long video. This is going to be possibly a good learning experience for both of them because she needs to get over her ego because there's nothing wrong with Xander. You know, she's got to start to learn to value people for more than just their looks, you know, how they dress, how they are, if they're popular, if they're not. And at the same time, perhaps, you know, Xander can look a little bit deeper, get to know her and have that bond, that relationship deepen and learn to respect her a bit more than just for getting to kiss her. Are they locked in? Okay.
S-E-X.
Jeez, bro.
In the human animal is intense.
Right, it's that episode, okay.
How many of us have lost countless productive hours plagued by unwanted sexual thoughts and feelings?
Why would you ask your class that question?
That was a rhetorical question, Mr. Harris.
Okay, good. Good. Not clear, though.
That there are negative consequences to having sex. Would anyone care to offer one such consequence?
It's a bit gooey, innit?
If she ignores her flossing, the bloom is definitely off the rose.
Okay, let's not go there.
Like that compares to kissing a guy who thinks the Hoover technique is a big turn on.
Guys, could you be more obvious? They've got some things to talk about. They have things to issue out. This is fine. This is good. They should talk about it.
Your offspring. You will split into parenting teams.
Oh, bad eggs.
Raising your egg.
Okay. Yeah, Willow is...
You wanna have a baby?
Whoa. Willow's clocking this, man.
As far as punishments go, this is fairly abstract. No, it's your baby.
Yeah, it got weirder.
I can't take care of things.
Buddy, not on... Okay, I thought it was immediately going to roll off.
I'll just lay that one off on my partner. Who'd I get? There were an uneven number of students.
She's solo?
I'm a single mother.
No man of her own.
That's fine.
Do you know what this says about me?
Nothing.
I'm doomed to lead my mother's life.
No. Another note as well, this idea of the single mother and that tag, in the eyes of a lot of people, lowers her value.
It seems.
Poor.
And that one's his brother, Tector.
Tector?
Massacring an entire Mexican village in 1886. That was before they became vampires.
Oh, wow.
Why do you all have eggs?
Maybe you can have Angel help you find the gorgeous.
It's
Like Angel and I are just helpless slaves to passion.
going to cut to him kissing.
Up.
Perfect, thank you. Where's the egg?
This isn't hunting in the classical sense.
Look, man, it's no yolk. Oh, no! I shouldn't have found it that funny. But I did, and I should have, because it's golden. Like a yolk. Anyway. Whoa. What are we doing, guys?
Ain't that Angelus with her?
Yep. I could whip them both right now if I wanted to.
Why don't you?
Hello, get involved.
Tell me again why we can't kill him now.
Oh, okay. Why do I feel like this is going to be weird? Okay, yeah, weird. That is weird. What's she doing? Coming out penis first? Oh, no. No. Oh, it's a worm. Oh, nah. That actually made me shiver. Well done. Fair enough. Oh, God. Whew, nah. No. Oh, not in the ear, man. Nah, anywhere else. I don't care. It's not in the ear. Like a parasite? Is it a parasite? What is that about?
I think you are afraid of the Slayer.
Wise to be.
I'm gonna beat you like a red-headed stepchild.
That's a little bit gingerist, isn't it? Why a stepchild? Like, if it was an actual child, would you beat him harder? Like, what's the deal there? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's the range that we're dealing with? I actually don't want to pan back. Okay. Is it inner? No. Just thinking about it, it makes me shiver just thinking about it, man. Right. Okay. Ah, I'm fine.
What's the matter? Your egg keep you up all night?
Mr. Whitmore's out. Couldn't find an egg sitter or something.
Right. Where did he find those eggs?
How did the,
They're all a bit down, huh?
You quite sure everything's all right?
Maybe something we ate.
Right, so she's been parasited as well.
More balanced approach. You can't stress over every little thing.
He's kind of right, though. Oh, my God.
It didn't break. How come it didn't break?
Oh, did he switch it out?
Apply to scalding water in about 8 minutes. But sometimes you gotta be cruel to be kind.
Well, he saved himself, so...
No.
Okay.
While something major's going on at Sunnydale High.
Oh, she's fine, too. Did she pawn it off with the guy?
Mr. Whitmore didn't show today. He's missing.
Hey, she's on it.
Presumed dead.
Tell us you're working.
You guys look for more clues. We'll meet back here.
Aw, Cordelia's bag. It's adorable.
I'd rather you conserve your strength hunting the Gorches.
I mean, if the Gorches planted these eggs, that seems very clever, though.
Like, I'm really planning to have kids anytime soon. Maybe someday, and
Angel, mate, it's not about you. Relax.
our kids would just be a little too much to deal with.
I wouldn't know.
All right, buddy.
I don't.
Can't do that. Can't.
Well, you know, I can't.
Right.
So you don't think about the future?
No. When I look into the future,
I just see Slayer.
all I see is you.
Oh.
All I want is you.
I know the feeling.
Man, it's a very interesting story that could come from this, because it's like, it's the classic thing of he is never going to die. At least he's not going to grow old and die from age, right? She, in theory, is, and it's like, I don't even know if the Slayer could be turned. But do you know what I mean? There is kind of a finite amount of time that they could have this relationship. And I wonder how much. I mean, he's saying, you know, Angel's talking about, he's thinking about the future. Maybe that's playing on his mind a little bit. Buffy was like, all I think about is you, and he was like the same. I do wonder if that's maybe where his thoughts have gone. And maybe why he's worrying about it, because he knows that it's not going to last as much as he is going to theoretically persist on this earth, right? It's a lot to deal with. Oh, we're going to find the teacher, I wonder. Or Cordelia and Xander still kissing? That's a while, isn't it? Really? Eerie. Okay. I mean, it's the first time we've seen that teacher, and he was immediately talking about reproduction. Maybe he's a monster and he's just spreading his seed? Oh man, the security guard's so screwed. Okay. Oh, he's in on it, yep. Okay. Maybe not the creature then, but working for the creature. Yeah, interesting. So he very much meant to give all those students the wacky eggs. Okay. I would not put your face that close, man. No. Take that a couple steps back. Oh, okay. Oh, I hate him. Or whether it's just feeding on her. Because, I mean, it came out of the egg, then it went back in the egg. In theory. So maybe at night it came out fed on her because she wasn't feeling hungry in the morning. I don't know. Okay. Come on. Oh, mate, nah. No, thank you. Yes. Yes. Well, at least Buffy's on the case now, right? Yeah. Ugh. Yes, make sure, please. Thank you. Fair response, yep. So I guess it was maybe just feeding on her during the night, which is why she felt a bit off.
Willow, are you okay? Why shouldn't I be?
I want you to smash it with something heavy.
Are you okay?
Stop asking questions, mate. Just do it.
I put it in the fridge.
Oh, okay.
Something the Gorch brothers planted for you?
I don't... well, no. It's the teacher, right? But... oh. Right. So she's just taken over now. I'm not going to ask where it went. Probably in the brain. Up the nostril, in the ear. I don't know. One of them. Both of them. All of them.
Why are you dressed? That you are grounded for the rest of your natural life.
Mate.
Nice bear. Listen,
It is a nice bear.
Father brought this bear back from Gstaad years ago.
Oh, beautiful.
I just wanted to ask about your egg.
My egg.
Oh, she's lost it.
It's in my bear.
The whole time.
Nothing odd or anything.
It isn't acting anything. It's an egg, Buffy. It doesn't emote.
Cardboardy.
Did you just litter, mate? Nah, pick that up.
Sorry, Junior. The man's gotta eat.
No. Are you serious? Buddy. Oh, no, it's going to be grey and icky. Surely. Please. Oh, come on.
Day without an autopsy? It's like a day without sunshine.
Oh, no. Oh, it's just that. Okay, no, that's way better than I thought, mate. I'm actually really happy about that. No. Okay. Thank you. That's all I wanted for Christmas, to be honest with you.
Can I just say, yeah?
Thank you. Yeah.
I see your yeah and raise you a yeah.
Can I raise you up?
Why do I have to dissect it?
Giles should be here for this.
I mean, how are we supposed to figure out what this thing is?
Okay.
Turn it over.
Well,
Maybe we
not the bear.
So now I guess
Oh, come on.
It's possible that Mr. Whitmore wasn't harmed. Maybe the offspring simply used him to return to the Mother Bazaar.
Okay.
What?
What's a bizarre?
Whoa. All right. I'll work. Okay. Got our work cut out for us, eh? Yeah, it seems like the Gorch brothers aren't really a focus so much this episode. It was maybe just an introduction, you know, they're coming in and we're going to deal with them for a little bit. That's cool. Man, I hate watching episodes like this. It just makes me want to like look around, you know what I mean? I'm just paranoid. Like I have got my footage right here on this side, so I can see behind me at all times, which isn't helping, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? I'm like checking. Fine. Oh, Mum's here.
I'm sure she didn't mean to.
She never means to, but somehow she always manages to anyway.
Giles, do some work, mate.
Should I be whispering?
Oh, it's nice that you asked, though.
Oh, they're just so irresponsible.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Those demon index, Hell's offspring?
A hobby of mine. But having...
Don't say it's a hobby, mate.
What was that?
Yeah, probably the janitor.
Oh! No! That's horrible. I don't like this episode at all. It's weird. It does seem actually like a basic Monster of the Week episode, which I feel like we haven't just had in a while, you know? All right. Why do I feel like we're going to have to kill the mummy?
Last time Cordy dragged me in here, it was a lot nicer.
What?
Because there's too many to individually get rid of them all, you know, I feel like.
Why drag us in here?
Oh,
Right. Beautiful.
thank you. A bazaar.
We look it up?
And what?
Kind of funny that it's the two that aren't so into the reading that have to now do this. Oh, we spreading. Okay. Oh, it's kind of cute that they have like little baskets for him, you know? Oh.
Prehistoric Paris.
Yum yum. I'll be honest with you, I feel a little bit dirty that I had my mouth open when I saw it.
You okay?
I'm fine.
I think I hear Mommy calling.
Yep. Oh, mate, though. I would not walk into that base. Oh, okay. Nah.
Do we really want to go in there?
I really don't.
Yeah. Oh, I'm shivering at the prospect now. I don't like that.
Careful.
Classic gag, fair enough.
What are they digging up?
Don't ask.
We're gonna need a weapon.
Oh, that's an eye. Oh, hello, bad timing.
She's so cute and little.
Oh.
Think we can keep her?
Never mind.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Oh, right in the teeth, man. Kick in! Wow. What a reaction.
The hell is this?
Team up. Kick in! Oh, beautiful. Team up. We like hello.
What the hell is going on?
It's just a typical Monday, mate.
That's my bomb!
What?
Well, all right.
Why would you spit your palms? What are you doing? Yeah. No, fair enough. Lube yourself up, because, man, I told you that's an eye.
Well, hello.
Okay, he's not the smart one. Fair enough.
This is all your fault.
What? Okay. Man, it's a grosser Sarlacc, isn't it? And I didn't think I'd be saying that. Is she beating it? Amazing. That would be so bad if she came up like just goo covered and it's dead. No way. Did they have to wrap up the episode? Because that was very easy. Not lovely, I'm sure, but very like easy-ish. Beautiful. That's badass, man. I told you. Damn.
All right. It's over.
Fair response, yep. It's wrapped up pretty quick.
What was it really?
Stick with the gas thing. I'll fill you in tomorrow.
Did I hit you?
Yes, everyone hit me.
Well, I don't mean good because I hate you, but I didn't want to be left out.
Ah. So it's interesting. I'm watching this through as I'm going through editing, and there is a little bit. Cause, okay, so this is bad, right? I suppose where this is coming from. Not really. No, okay, it's not bad, but I felt bad after I had the thought. So I was kind of going through and thinking about what I was going to make the thumbnail, and to kind of telegraph which episode it is if people aren't aware or don't watch all of my videos. Do you know what I mean? All of my Buffy videos. And I was like, oh, if I get like a picture of the eye and put like. I was thinking of like putting, I don't know if this is what I would have gone for, but putting like ooh in text on the thumbnail. And then that got me thinking about kind of the representation of the creature, because I've had thoughts actually as I've been going through, and there's the line that Willow has about something about where we're not hurting any of them kind of thing, like none of them are actually getting hurt. I mean, we saw obviously the blood down Willow's back, so there's that stuff, I suppose. And I actually can't remember. I don't know if we know the plan that the creature has. It could be largely benevolent. I don't know if we know, and the automatic kind of response is to kill it. It's difficult, right? Because it is brainwashing taking over a bunch of people, right? That's not great. Anyway, it's been mentioned a few times in this episode of like the single mother, the eggs, and Buffy getting the egg, and it's like, oh my god. And obviously we've got Buffy's mom as an example. We had obviously the beginning and the representation of women in society and everything, and obviously the single mother trope tying into that and the stereotype. And it's so interesting because what was it? I referred to the creature just a second ago. This is kind of what started to trigger this thought as well, of where I was like, oh, we're probably going to have to kill the mummy. And it's like, yeah, it's this kind of representation of the single mother. And again, coming back to this thumbnail thing, and I was like, my response is like, ooh. And it is that representation of, people look at a single mother and it's that stereotype of like, oh. Do you know what I mean? And so it's almost this kind of over-exaggerated metaphor for the single mother and how that is seen in society, and the response, right, to that is overly negative for no reason, or it seems like this huge burden. And I suppose that's represented in all of the people that are kind of getting mind controlled and just kind of mindlessly doing these tasks for it, and how like this perception of like, okay, if you as a human have a relationship with a single mother, it's this thing of but you'll just have to become the parent, because that's kind of like part of the negative connotation to that, is that if you get into a relationship with a single mother, you are like consigning yourself to parenthood, or you're giving yourself more tasks. It's not like a relationship necessarily for its own sake. It comes with added responsibility. I mean, interesting to think about. I think it's, I don't know really how subtle it is. Maybe I'm reaching by talking about it this way, but I don't know, more and more I just kind of got that as I was going through rewatching it. Obviously knowing what happens, what's the point of that? I mean, nothing much more than I suppose putting it in front of you and being like, look, which can be helpful too.
You have to learn some responsibility, okay? Once and for all. You will not leave your room at any time except to go to school or the bathroom.
Man.
I won't leave my room.
Is she in the room though?
Besides, I'm not breaking any rules.
there we have it. Just a basic monster of the week, really. It's interesting how I do feel like the last few episodes and more kind of my recent memory of the episodes that we've had there's been a little bit more to them. I think I was a little bit quick on the trigger when I was talking about, all of the women's role stuff that I was talking about at the beginning of the episode. Didn't really go anywhere with that, at least from what I can tell. But yeah, basic monster of the week. I wonder if we'll see more of, what's he called? What was it? I've forgotten his name already. The vampire guy. Whether we'll see more of that. It's going to be interesting to see if we do, or, when Spike and Drew come back into it, whether he's going to be tagging on with them. That could be interesting. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I do wonder if functionally it kind of was more so his introduction while, having a little bit of a breather between perhaps arcs, right? Because I think I was thinking about it, and we were getting a certain way through the episode, and I kind of thought to myself, like, I'm less interested in this. The episode's fine, there's nothing wrong with it, but it is very much basic, just this is the monster, that's it, okay, we've dealt with it now pretty quick, nothing much else is happening other than the vampire brothers. And I was a little bit less engaged for that, which I guess is also because that was kind of what we were getting a lot of the time in season 1. We've also had the odd one, I think, maybe in season 2. I do feel like those quite a lot, it does do a little bit more with the monster of the week episodes. Even in season 1, it was doing more with them than just basic, monster of the week. I suppose there's that aspect of, like, they were kind of, their minds were enslaved, right? It was all due to the, sorry, here we go, it's kicked in. I don't know, maybe I'm reaching, but obviously this mother and this entity that is kind of controlling everyone, and we're all just going through the motions, digging up the thing, passing the rock off, not really thinking about it, we just do it. Our autonomy largely missing. And I suppose that does link in with what I was talking about a little bit at the beginning of the episode, in the way that our society and the way that we kind of go about our society is dominated and controlled by a lot of these things that I was talking about at the beginning of the episode, whether it's in relation to gender and the way that shapes us as we grow, and even as obviously we're adults, and how people treat us because of that too. Obviously you can get deeper with that. You can talk about how race comes into it. You can talk about how circumstance of birth and hierarchical structure of class, and the rich and the middle class and the working class and all this stuff as well, and all of these things that make up our society and exist in our society that do kind of control us, right? Perhaps more reminiscent, I suppose, of what we were seeing there, of like just going through the motions, almost mind controlled, is I guess this idea of the 9 till 5, of almost this sheep mentality of getting up, going to work, going home, not really having a lot of control. You just have to do that to get the money, to pay the rent, to get the food, and the power is ultimately out of our control. It's not really us that controls it. And I suppose especially present day nowadays, it's this idea of the governments in charge of us aren't even trying to make it better. They just a lot of the time self-centered. It's kind of what we've got in this kind of late stage capitalist governance, in that it's always the profit, it's always the bottom line. It's not so much about people, it's not what's good for people, it's what's good for the graph going up, right? The money, the figure going up. I mean, a lot of the gaming industry at the moment have had huge years, really good games coming out, making lots of money, and yet at the end of last year coming into this year, there's been lots of people getting laid off, right? Because what that does is that it means that the company saves the money and the line goes up. And unfortunately, capitalism as a system work in the way of like, okay, you have a good year, cool, next year you got to do better, even though that good year was phenomenal. And if you just did that every year and the graph went like this, straight line, you'd be fine, your employees would be fine, everyone's happy, everyone's good, no one gets fired, and that would be perfectly fine. But in the system that we have, it's got to go up, got to go up, got to go up. And unfortunately, we are kind of slaves to that. And so there is a little bit of that kind of metaphor going on at the end, right? And I think it does link a little bit, tenuous though it might be, to what I was talking about at the beginning, and this idea of, the way that we perceive women, and the way that they're portrayed in media, and the way that they're treated in society, and the role that they generally kind of have in a lot of the minds of people, just because of the way that we're raised, and how perhaps society sees different people, and how when you're raised as a person today, a lot can come with that depending on your identity, and you don't have much of a choice in that. You just have to kind of deal with it. So I suppose there's a deeper message in there. It's not so, it's a little subtler, right? And again, I don't know, maybe I'm reaching. There's a little bit of that, sure, but yeah, a fine episode, not perhaps engaging in the same way that some of the previous that I've just watched have been, but again, like I say, I think perhaps some of that maybe is the contrast as well. Like I've got used to maybe these arcs and bigger things happening. This was more of a basic episode, and I think perhaps because of that shift from what we've had to this, perhaps maybe I don't feel as good about it because of that shift, right? Do you know what I mean? As opposed to the episode itself. So hey, maybe there's a little bit of that going on, but fine episode, fine, it is what it is, nothing huge. I think. That was Bad Eggs. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you're not subscribed, please do that down below if you want to. Hey, if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine too. Some links in the description if you'd like to support me further. I've got some links to early access, YouTube membership and Patreon and stuff like that. Have a look if you're interested. Thank you to those who do support me, genuinely. You're so cool. Consider watching this video to keep the hype train going. But other than that, more Buffy coming your way very soon. Thank you once more for watching, and I will see you in the next one.